Wednesday night open mic at Studio on 4th. Everybody give it up! But save a little bit because there's some good acts tonight. Start things off tonight with that old song by the band Chest Fever. I'm Gregg. The song is Chest Fever. Doug Hurd for running the sound and streaming this live over the interwebs. For all those out there on the East Coast, I would like to give you a special warm welcome. I know you've been getting some snow out yonder. It's about to be our turn out here in the next couple days, but it's about 60 right now. But it is raining out. It's been a while since we had any measurable rain out here in the high desert. Really needed it. A lot of my songs are water themed. I think I'll play one tonight. A song I wrote about being in Hawaii, and about a magical place that both the Big Island and Kauai are. And about how like love is truly free of all things. Let's give it up for love. Thank you. Sounds great up here, Doug. Thanks a bunch, man. Thanks to George Batson over there working it on the bar. Best popcorn in Reno. That's the next category coming up this year in the R&R Best of Reno. Best popcorn, studio on 4th. Best bucket of beer, studio on 4th. Best rotating tap schedule. Well, that might be out for further judgment, but doing well over there too, George. Let's keep it up. is another song that has a lot to do with water. I wrote this one in Maine. I was living on an old glacial lake in a township called Princeton. It was a Passamaquoddy Indian township. Worked with a bunch of Passamaquoddy Indians on an archaeological data recovery, a whaling village down at this lake called Medibumps. Anyway, the lake we were staying on was not called Medibumps, but dang, it was nice. Had a rowboat, a kayak, a little john boat, go out fishing. Anyway, I wrote this song there on the shores of the lake. Take a step into the looking glass. Tell me what you see. I'll write when I can. I'm really digging Wonderland. Somewhere too high. Somewhere too high. Somewhere too high. Somewhere too All right, I got one more for y'all tonight here. It's gonna be a little mashup at the end. It's almost an inside joke, and the one who gets it will get it completely. All right, 804. I believe it is all there. and it is brown. Yeah, it is square, drawn from all four corners, and it is round. I believe in it. I believe it is. It is all things. It takes all things. It takes all things. It takes all things. It takes all things. Here's a picture, a little peanut monkey dancing on the ground. Here is a river for my mountain dewdrops falling gently down. And I believe in it. I believe it is. It is all things. It takes all things. It takes all things. It takes all things. It takes all things. Here's a cloud, drawn from the whispers of my soul. Here's a frown, turned upside down into a smile. I believe in it. I believe it is. It is all things. It takes 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 all things. Bug, it doesn't matter. Bug, it doesn't matter. Bug, it doesn't matter. Bug, it doesn't matter. Bug, don't need it. Bug, don't beat it. Bug, frustrated. Bug, overrated. Thank y'all. Next up, we have percussion lip king, local legend, Scott Monroe. Everybody give it up. Scott Monroe in the house. Well, in that case, always have a plan B. Even if plan B sucks. This plan B, however, does not suck. I'd like to remind everyone here and everyone watching at home, as the rain falls down in the valley and elsewhere, Thursday night we have video request night. That should be fun. Friday dance party featuring Super Dave. Super Dave, S-U-P-A. You know this? Wow. Yeah, there's some old folks in the house tonight, man. No excuse for you youngsters watching at home. And Saturday night is Ritual, or Ritual. I'll get some more feedback on that. I'd imagine that's some kind of grind, hardcore weirdness.
EDM. Hello. How are we doing tonight? Oh, we're doing great. I know we are. We're lost. I don't need a mic. Unless you want to hear me on the video. I don't know if they need to hear me. There it is. Yeah, I should have tried. I should have tried to plug it in. I do know a little technology stuff. I know about how that goes into it. But anyway, so we're here. Wednesday night open mic. Thank you very much. We have some other acts coming up that'll be very entertaining. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and take off. And I have been working on some new loops. I have a show coming up March 6th right here at the studio on 4th. Extivion and Sick Past 9 will also be on the bill. And Skip Gillette will be playing drums for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess we'll get a sound check here. Here we go. Yeah, that's what they say, but I get in trouble. I got one. I got another one real quick, but I gotta get my drumsticks. I did that before on an
He's
open
got to
mic
take his
too.
Viagra.
Well, yeah, I gotta keep it. I gotta stick it. I gotta stick it. Get the woody going. Beat the meter, buddy. So, I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. They came with the other ones. Thank you very much. I'll probably find them later. No, I could have sworn, but I could have sworn. So a little bit tale about this next loop here. It's called Loop on X18. And Gregg, Mr. Gregg, Thurman Splendor came over to my house one day and we were experimenting with some kind of weird stuff. Tom Waits kind of weird stuff. So I ended up making this loop on the loop pedal while we had a bunch of other loops going that you have no reference to. So here we go.
Hell yeah!
Thank you. Thank you, Trunky Liver. Oh, God. Yeah, thank you, Sparky and Shadow, for the drumsticks. Trunky River Band.
Truckee River Band.
Are you guys up next?
They'll be coming up shortly.
Shortly, that's me. You're talking about me, man.
Shortly.
Short.
Short is the length of those boots, buddy.
Where are my drumsticks, dude?
How about that, Scott Monroe? That was some acid jazz, of course. Tearing it up, man. Great looping. Thank you, buddy. Next up, we'd like to welcome to the stage the act that is known as Dan and INTRA. They have sheet music. They're real musicians. While they're setting up here, I'd like to remind everybody for video request night. Doug, are you involved with that?
Oh, yeah. I am video.
I think of Doug as your video DJ, karaoke requester sort of thing going on. Hey, George, you still doing Tuesday night karaoke? Tuesday night karaoke. I'm going to make it out one night. I'm going to do some Rolling Stones. Friday night, dance party with Super Dave. Saturday night is Ritual. I think there's actually going to be like a live human sacrifice that night. I believe tickets are 10 in advance and 12 at the door.
That's fine. So I was just in Chicago for way too long, and it was really cold. I hope you guys get some precipitation. Oh, I'm here, so. Yes.
Is there a way to turn on the other microphone? Test. Good. righty.
This is Ron, and I'm Dan, and we're going to play some...
I'm INTRA, but Ron too. That's my middle name, and Three Wolves.
I'm Extra. We're going to play a Brazilian song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Whisper not.
We could whisper tonight,
I'll have to whisper.
the whole evening.
All by myself tonight. It's gonna be a lonely night.
Oh, God, this is
Is it hard?
How do we get back? There we go. It's Masquerade. You want to do it?
I'll do the other horn.
Okay, why don't you pick a song? You pick.
I want you to either Speak Low or Tangerine, and I'll do that flute.
We've done Speak Low many times.
Here?
I think we've definitely.
Ah, I wish it was. Let's see which one do
Yes. Speak Low is fine. Soul Eyes. Oh my God. Yeah.
You can turn off the lower mic. Well, we'll do it fast when we start jamming on it. In the beginning, we'll do. Okay. You gonna start intro? Speak Low, written by Ogden Nash. Came from the movie Speak, One Touch of Venus with Ava Gardner and I guess Robert Hutton, Robert Walker.
Are we done? Or we got one more? Okay.
You got one more, huh? Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah, we are getting warmed up, huh?
Let's do something fast.
Something-
faster. What do we do that's fast? You want to do tangerine? At least you can.
Tangerine.
Not that I want to. I'd rather do orange. No, that's the same key. You don't want to do that.
A little weak for me then?
That's slow though.
A little weak for me?
How about lots fall and low? Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
No. Okay, pick something else fast. No, we can't do that.
No, let's do tangerine.
Okay.
I know it by heart.
Most people don't know it's in the same key.
No.
We're not paying enough. Sounds good up here, Doug. Thank you. Same damn song.
Okay.
All right.
3. All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey man, how are you? Oh, I know. How are you? Good. You too. Long time. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. I mean, I write some stuff on my own. It's not a real book, but it's
Dynamite has
been doing it for 3 years. So.
a long legacy and history in the state of Nevada. And it's clearly a legacy that has been passed along to this generation. Thank you, Dan and INTRA. That was incredible.
For real. Next up, we have Sparky and Shadow from the Truckee River Band. I believe they got some country tunes they're going to bust out for you. Been enjoying that new direction quite a bit lately. So please give it up for Sparky and Shadow.
You found your pickup? Huh? Didn't you lose your pickup? No. Oh, who was it? Somebody lost it.
Chick, chick.
Can I get a little more bass, please? A little more treble on my guitar. All right, the first song we're going to do is Drink a Beer by Luke Bryan. When I got the news today, I didn't know what to say, so I just hung up the phone. I took a walk to clear my head, and this is where the walking led. Can't believe you're really gone. Don't feel like going home, so I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier and watch the sunset disappear and drink a beer. It's funny how the good ones go and too soon, but the good Lord knows the reasons why, I guess. Sometimes the greater plan, it's kinda hard to understand, and right now it don't make sense. I can't make it all make sense, so I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier and watch the sunset disappear disappear. And drink a beer. So long, my friend, until we meet again. I'll remember you and all the times that we used to sit right here on the edge of this pier and watch the sunset disappear and drink a beer. All right, our next song's gonna be "Dust on the Bottle" by David Lee Murphy. All right. One. Oh, crap! I forgot my keyboard. All right, ready? All right, 1, 2, ready. Creole Williams lived down the road, made homemade wine like nobody I know. Can you help me, Creole? I got a little girl waiting on me. I want to treat her right. I got what you need from it right down in the cellar. As he reached through the cobwebs and turned on the light, and he said, "My baby, a little dust on the bottle. Don't let it fool you for what's inside. My baby, a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things gets sweeter with time." She was sitting front sweet in the driveway. Thank you. Thank you, my lovely guitar player. Swapping chords on me. Anyways, we're gonna do boys round here. Why don't you come up here, AJ? Thank you. Yeah. Anyways, that didn't go as planned. Anyways, our next song's gonna be Blake Shelton, Boys Around Here. Redneck. Well, the boys round here don't listen to the Beatles on oboe, CVC with jukebox, at the honky tonk, where they boot stomp all night. What? That's right. Yeah, what they call work is digging in the dirt. They gotta get it in the ground for the rain come down to get paid to get the girl. In your four-wheel country boy can't survive. Yeah, the boys round here drinking that ice cold beer, talking about girls, talking about trucks, running them red dirt country. Ain't a damn one know how to do the Dougie. You don't do the Dougie? No, not Kentucky, but these girls round here, yeah, they still love me. Yeah, the girls round here, they all deserve a whistle. Shaking that sugar sweet as Dixie Chris. They like that going so. Just can't help it 'cause they keep on falling for the boys round here. Drinking that ice cold beer. Talking about girls, talking about trucks. Running them red dirt roads out, kicking up dust. The boys round here, sending up a prayer to the man upstairs. Backwoods jit, don't take no shit. Chew the back and chew the back and chew the back and sweet. Ooh, let's ride down to the countryside. Ooh, let's ride down by the riverside. Hey now, girl, hop inside. Let's ride down to the countryside. Take a little ride to the river. That's right, down by the riverside. Lay a blanket on the ground, kissing in the crickets, all they know sound. Ooh, we out of town. That's right. Have you ever gone down with a red neck? Do you wanna get down with a red neck? Girl, you gotta get down with the boys round here, drinking that ice cold beer. Talking about girls, talking about trucks, red dirt rolls out, kicking out dust. The boys round here, sending up a prayer to the man upstairs. Backwoods jit, don't take no shit. That's right. Back and chew, back and chew, back and spit. Oh heck, redneck. Let's ride down by the side. All right, thank you. Why don't we do one more old time rock and roll? All right, we're gonna do one more old time rock and roll.
Crank it up a bit. Rock and roll, Bob Seger.
Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me on the floor. In 10 minutes I'll be late for the door. I like that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. We'll go to hear them play a tango. I'd rather hear them lose a funky old soul. That's only once you're waiting, get me to go. Start playing old time rock and roll. Come here, brother, come and what you will. Say I'm a thousand, send me over the hill. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes your soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. Aye. Still like that old time rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes your soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes your soul. Clap your hands there. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. I still like that old time rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes your soul. I reminisce Thank you.
Thank you. Be sure to check out our website, truckyriverband.com.
I feel like we're getting our redneck on now, man. Come on. How about that? That Detroit Rock City sound there at the end. Good job, fellas. Next up, we have a very good singer-songwriter, local artist, Randy Freeman, coming up. Always look forward to hearing Randy play. She writes great songs, a lot of angst involved. Everybody give it up for Randy Freeman.
How's everybody doing on this rainy night? All right. Okay, I'm going to start out with one I did the last time I was here. I had such a good time. I'm going to do it again. It's called, what's that? Good idea. There we go. It's called the St. James Infirmary Blues. Went down to old Joe's barroom on the corner by the square. They were serving drinks as usual. The usual crowd was there. On my left stood Dick Joe McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red as he turned to face the crowd there. These are the very words that he said. I went down to St. James Infirmary to see my baby there. She's laid out on the marble, so sweet, so cold, so fair. Let her go, my darling, wherever she may be. Can travel the wide world over, never find another man like me. I die, won't you bury me? My high top Stetson hat, put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so my friends will know I died standing pat. I want 6 gamblers to bear my coffin, 6 chorus girls to sing me a song, put a jazz band on my hearse wagon, just to raise hell as we roll along. Now you heard my story, let's have another round of booze. If anyone should ever ask you, I got this St. James Infirmary booze. This is one I wrote a few months ago. I still haven't decided on the title. It's either Madagascar or The Lemur. Swear on my finger, there's nothing cuter than a lemur. A lemur will hold out its hand and welcome you to his land. Let's go to Madagascar. It isn't that far, home of many species so bizarre. Baobab trees, their roots in the sky. At sunset, red trunks will astonish the eye. We're in Madagascar. It wasn't that far, home of many species so bizarre. Lemurs are bountiful. They only live here. Tree climbing friends through the canopy, no fear. Singing and swinging, communications of love. Lemur's a gift from heaven above. I swear on my finger, there's nothing cuter than a lemur. The lemur will reach out his hand and welcome you to his land. Let's go to Madagascar. It isn't that far, home of many species so bizarre. Swear on my finger, nothing cuter than a lemur. Thanks. This is one I wrote back in the 80s. I was living in a loft apartment in New York, and it had a little deck, so we trucked in a bunch of dirt, and we planted a garden on the roof. And we just sort of picked out some seeds. We didn't really know what we were getting, and one of the seeds was columbine. I don't know if you've ever seen a columbine. It's a really elegant flower. And anyway, I planted the seeds, and one day the columbines were there, and I wrote this song. Oh, columbine, let praises ring, trumpeting the birth of spring, calling out, come closer near, senses startled, see, smell, hear. Columbine, the has ring. Calling by, let praise the has ring. It's a holy thing. Calling by, let praises ring. Thanks. Am I doing one more? Oh boy. All right. Well, I wasn't sure I was going to do this one tonight. It's a new one, so you have to bear with me. It's called Pheromones. You got pheromones. It's nothing you can taste, feel, or see. Pheromones. You put the hoodoo on me. Pheromones. Shivers down my backbone. Pheromones. And the steamy way you bring me home. Pheromones. Walking down the street, a pretty lady approaches you. She doesn't usually do these things, but she gives a number to you. You slip it in your wallet amongst plentiful company. Maybe you'll call and maybe you won't. You'll just have to wait and see. Pheromones, shivers down my backbone. Pheromones, and the steamy way you bring me home. Pheromones, you got pheromones, like bees to the honey. You got pheromones, I find you wicked yummy. Pheromones, I like the competition. Pheromones, we'll be together, no split decision. Pheromones, ooh, 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 ooh. Pheromones, la-di-da-di-doo-doo. Pheromones, 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 and the steamy way you bring me home. Oh well. Thank you.
Andy Freeman. Thank you, darling. That was wonderful. Next up, we'd like to welcome to the stage Earl Cookie from Toledo, Ohio. Send a shout out to your friends out east.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry that you guys are sitting in negative 23. Sucks to be you.
Little rock soul coming your way, as they say. Everybody give it up for Earl.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can remember this song. Yeah. Tell you about it, girl, I know. My, she looks so fine. She's the only one that I'm thinking of. Maybe someday she will be all mine. Need to tell her that I love her so. Thrill her with my every touch. Need to tell her she's the only one I really love. I got a woman all day. I got a woman, she won't let you know. I got a woman that's drunk all the time. Yeah, I got a little woman and she won't be true. In the morning when the sun goes down, everybody's with the one they love. My little lover does the midnight show all around. Oh shit. Hold on. Now in the evening when the sun is sinking low, everybody's with the one they love. I walk the town, keep searching all around. Ah, shit. Oh, well. Forgive me, it's been a long time since I played this song. Oh, well. I got a woman on the bar all day. I got a woman that she won't let you know. I got a woman that's drunk all the time. Yeah, I got a little woman that she won't be true. Now in the bars with a man who play guitar, sitting drinking and remember the time. My little lover wears some midnight shit, all around all the time. I guess there's one thing left me to do. I'm gonna pack my bags and be on my way. Cause I gotta worry my share what I thought was mine. Yeah, I'm gonna leave her where the good times play. I got a woman on the bar all day. Yeah, I got a woman and she won't let you know. I got a woman that's drunk all the time. Yeah, I got a little woman and she won't be true. Hey, what can I do? I got a woman and she won't be true. Oh, hear what I say. I got a woman on the bar all day. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Boogie cheer, boogie cheer. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Thank you. And again, as it was, and again it'll always be. Oh, the coast may change sometimes, it was always reach the sea. My sounds of fortune, each has several rays on the wings of baby, down a bird's parade. and just fill my time. Maybe that's alright with me. And miss, I think of you and how it used to be. Have you ever really needed somebody? Really need them bad? Have you ever really wanted somebody? Best love you ever had? Do you ever remember me, baby? Did it feel good? 'Cause it was just your first time, and you knew you would. Stars of fortune, each us separates on the wings of baby and a bird's prey. Kinda makes you feel sometimes, oh, but as an evil easiness, got so far to go. Vixen of my dreams, I wonder where you've been. I never thought I'd see your face. It surprised me. Oh, darling, oh, darling. My stars of fortune, each a several rays on the wings of baby and a bird's prey. Kinda makes you feel something after all. We are eagles of one man, and this is in our soul. Thank you. Now I'm gonna play original. This is called Fly. It's about my first heartbreak and all that bullshit. Somewhere feel a meadow with the breeze, some flowers in your hair. And I wonder if you're alone, not your heart turned to stone. I remember when it seemed it was made of gold. And I'd have to apologize for the way I say goodbye. And we both know that it wasn't right. I said I didn't love you anymore. You knew right away it was a lie. So you turned and you walked on out the door. I hung my head and I cried. I wonder if I saw you, would I even recognize your soul? And want you in the same way that I did once before. And now you're standing there, standing from across the room. And my heart escapes a beat, and I'm not sure what to do. 'Cause it once was My last song, it's another original. My name is Earl Cookie, and this is my story. Hey! Ow! Traveling down the road. Only thing wrong is troubles and gold. Gotta go. Find me somebody, let me wash my clothes. Find me a place where I can rest my soul. Only thing about is troubles and gold. I come back home, chasing my dreams to the ends of earth's unknown. I don't wanna be wondering how much I could have grown. Only thing wrong is troubles and gold. That I've gotta go. Thank you. My name is Earl Cookie. That was called Troubles and Gold. And you can find me on Facebook.
Earl Cookie, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you what, Earl,
Do I just
T-word.
unplug this now? What's his name? Doug?
Just leave it hanging. We're all good.
I don't know if he's got it.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
unplugged
yeah,
yet,
you're in
though.
there.
Oh, I guess it is. All right, thank you.
So 2 words come to mind there, and that would be bad ass. Yeah. How about that?
Thank you.
I knew I was saving my next to last Quaalude for something special, and thanks for the Led Zeppelin, by the way.
Hey, no problem. Percocet, too, if you need it. Just kidding.
Next up, we have the artist formerly known as Jim A. Period.
John A. Period.
John A. Period. Armbuster is the scene
dropped the R
tonight.
for bass.
It's Armbruster, but when I play the bass, it's Armbuster. And that's just to give me a sense of confidence.
Let's give it up. I have no idea what John's going to do here. He usually does some Chicago blues, but he's got the bass.
You know what? Week 3,
I think
the
it's gonna
third
be-
week I've been here, and I'm developing a tolerance to the extremely bright lights.
Yeah, whatever happened to the soft blue, Doug?
Can I just tap one on that? Oh, you can do it for me?
Yeah, it's pretty much what do you want? Bass drum or you want?
Give me number 2. Can we get his pedal, his loop? Yeah. All right. This is the type of drummer I'm used to playing with. Non-human. I can work with this. Not that fast. Like this. I'll work with that right there. All right, so I'm gonna play 3 songs. The first one's a bass instrumental. No, I got the same pedal. was just the first part of it. We were improvising a little bit. The next part rocks too. Just Eddie G. And then the C is the hook. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Just human drums, please. All right. I said it's okay. Be a little crazy. Some of the time. I said it's okay. Be a little crazy. Some of the time. I said it's okay. Talk to yourself just a little bit. Some of the time. Said it's okay. Be a little lazy sometimes. One more quick one. And let me try this one solo, Scott. Thank you for the backup. Let me just do bass and vocals on this one. Thank you, Scott, so much. Thank you, Scott. Yeah. I believe my baby got a black hair ball. I said I believe my baby got a black hair ball. Seems like everything I do wrong. Well, I try so hard, get along with a woman of mine. Well, I try so hard, get along with a woman of mine. No matter what I do, oh, she goes around cheating and lying. Well, I went down to Dallas, Texas, down to Wichita Falls, talking about my big leg woman. Now I can't walk at all. Well, I do believe my baby got a black hair on. No matter what I do, it seems like I'm doing it wrong. Steamroller, baby. Lie another minute, then to roll all over you. Well, I'm a steamroller, baby. Lie another minute, then to roll all over you. Well, I'm gonna inject your soul with some sweet rock and roll. I'll shoot your mind full of the funk, baby, yes I will. Well, I'm a cement mixer, baby. I'm a cement mixer. Well, I'm a churning earth. I'm a churning earth, a burning funk, yes I am. I'm a churning earth, a burning, steaming, churning funk. Well, I'm on demolition derby, baby. It's on me. I'm a demolition derby, baby. When I get done with you, when I get done with you, there won't be nothing left behind. Well, I'm a steamroller, baby. I want to roll all over you. I'm a steamroller, baby. I just want to roll. I just want to roll all over you. I want to inject your soul with some sweet rock and roll. And I'll shoot your mind full of butterfly. Yes, I will. Now, go on. Go on, say what you will. I'm a steamroller, I'm gonna roll all over you, maybe yes I will, I'm a steamroller, baby. I'm gonna roll all over you. And when I get done with you, no, there ain't gonna be nothing left behind. Thank you, guys.
How about it?
Thank you.
The term sick comes to mind. Thank you a lot, John. Armbruster. Formerly known as Chicago John. That was incredible. Next up, and before we bring up our next guest, I want to remind everybody one more time. Tomorrow night, Thursday, we have video request night. You'll be seeing Doug about all of that. Friday night, dance party with Super Dave. Come on out. And Saturday night is Ritual, which sounds creepy and mysterious. So, yeah, I mean, you know, like cautious optimism comes to mind. Next up, we have the comic stylings of one Captain Ron.
All right. Glad to be back again. I don't think I ever told a joke here in this place whatsoever. But I'm not going to be like Joe Tyler. Just burn out on the first joke and that's it. Besides, anyway, my jokes are going to be kind of like, you know, Lenny Bruce style. If you ever heard of or know about Lenny Bruce comedy, he just gets into issues and talks about them, and it's your choice whether it's funny or not. But in this case, I just learned that, you know, a while back, Pluto, the planet Pluto, no longer a planet, dwarf star. I think at this point in time, we should change our planet's name, Earth, and borrow from Pluto and call it Earth Polluto. Because, I mean, after all, we're getting smoke and everything, exhaust and everything like that all, you know, just constantly. And I think it would be appropriate to put in a petition and call it Polluto if we can get with that. Anyway, I have some grievances, I guess. Basically, it's about, you know, just life itself in the USA. I know how hard it is for men and women to get along nowadays, especially with technology as it is. Everyone's, you know, pressing on their little iPad or pod or whatever, or cell phone, laptops, and so they kind of, you know, shut everybody out, you know. I mean, we become a little bit desensitized. And, you know, I kind of object to that a little bit. I wish we would be a little bit more, you know, real to one another instead of everybody's looking to something else, a screen or whatever, and trying to, you know, make contact with the other person. Well, anyway, part of that, one of my grievances is the feminist movement. I mean, you know, women have a lot of power, it seems nowadays, upon men. And what's with that anyway? I mean, why is it that women try to control men with whatever they have going on, for the sake of whatever you want to call it, love or whatever? And you find out that originally in the beginning when the feminist movement was happening, it was really cool. I mean, the hippies and all that, it was free love, free everything. And, men and women were just really happy together. And then it became a little bit more serious when the AIDS virus epidemic showed up in the 80s, thanks to our government, instilling that germ biowarfare upon everybody to poison the system of our free life and love. And it has forced pretty much us to go in a different direction sexually. I find that, generally speaking, in USA, most of the women and some of the men are sodomites. I don't know if you know what that is. You've heard of Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodomite is when you have sex with an object. And so we find a lot of women nowadays are not so too keen on men anymore because they don't need men anymore. They have, they got their vibrators. They've got their dildos. They got their shower heads. And so once they get to that point, after they get all worked up and everything and satisfy themselves, they can go out in the world and they just don't care about men or whatever unless a man turns them on to some, a good time, a date or whatever. But otherwise, we don't, otherwise men get screwed, in that respect, because they can't really approach the woman like they used to anymore because women don't need men. They got their little toys. So I think, this is Lenny Bruce style. So I think that, we should form another kind of culture called menism. And menism is where you're not to be a chauvinist pig, but you're more or less kind of like a man who, should stand up on his own. Like, for example, who hasn't out there experienced on a date or with a woman, and you're really hot on the woman and everything. You almost have a Woody and whatnot. You want to take the woman home, whatever, and what does she tell you? Let's just be friends. Now, isn't let's just be friends, it's a ploy that women use on men all the time. It's a deal breaker for me. Because I don't want to just be a friend with a woman. Especially if I'm interested in a woman, I want to have sex with the woman or some kind of conjugal relationship. But the moment they say, let's just be friends, it's like, what do you say to that? You say, hey, I don't want to be your friend. I just want to screw you. And then after that, if it works, then maybe we can be friends. Or, gee, if I had an invisible pie or something, forget it. I don't want to be your friends. I'll just be your, just a stranger in life or whatever. But in any case, that's so old. Women use that on men all the time. Hey, let's just be friends. It's a pleasant way of not getting involved with you, and yet at the same time, you'll never be their friend. You'll never go and call them up and talk to them. Hey, let's hang out now and everything. No way. That woman is going to be off with somebody else, another guy, and then there you are. The following week, seeing with her with another guy, and you're going, yeah. Friends, come on, man. This is menism. You got to stand up and say, I don't want to be your friend. I just want to be your fuck buddy. And there's this one other stand-up comedian that was here months ago. He used to say, all pussy's the same. And I'm going, what is he talking about? If all pussy is the same, then all dicks are the same too. What? We're all the same size or whatever? No way. There's some are, from what I understand, in the vagina world, there's 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. Same with the men, only, of course, it's differences in, size and girth and things like that. So when that guy said all pussy was the same, apparently he has been out there in the world to know that there are some women that are really so big that you just drop right in there and you don't, you can't find the end to it. I had this one buddy over there in Thailand, this English guy, and I swear to God, when we were hanging out over there in Cambodia, he was there, wearing his towel, and I had these 2 ladies in my room, my hotel room. I was going to do a menage a trois that night. He was a little jealous. He wanted to come and kind of join in and everything, and so he plays with his towel, And then, you know, I'm going, what the heck, you know? And he kept on, he was just standing there hanging, playing with his fingers on his towel. And then one of the girls got really curious and grabbed the towel and ripped it away from him. And here I see this dick all the way down to here. And I'm going, shit, you know? And then right after that, he complains to me about some of these women being too big. And I'm going, what is he talking about? I mean, but it's true. There are some men who are just big girth-wise, I guess, you know, because definitely, you know, I mean, I know what he's talking about when I run into a couple women like that where I couldn't feel whatever it was I was supposed to feel. So, again, going back to not all pussy's the same. Nope. It's not the same at all whatsoever. And anyway, another thing too, you know, don't you hate it when you go on a date with somebody and you're hot on the girl and you might get lucky enough where you take her home, and actually you do take her home, and you get to the point where, yeah, you know, it's going to be a night tonight, you know, have fun tonight, and so you take Viagra. And then you know, you think it's going to work, you know, and then you like, hey, you take the girl even upstairs to the room or whatever, and you know, massage her naked body, whatever. But you take the Viagra and you're thinking, hey, it's all gung-ho. Come to find out, no-ho. In fact, you know, the woman's not going to, you know, come on you sexually or whatever. You try and you go, oh, no, you know, and here you got Viagra, you know, in your system. So what do? You know, you can't play with yourself. You can't do whatever. The woman's right there, so you just kind of burn out with the Viagra, and you just kind of have a tremendous headache, sinus problem, all the other little side effects that Viagra will give you. I swear, you got to really study the situation hard before you take Viagra with a date, because otherwise, you know, you're just going to find out, like my one dear friend, Mark, over there in Hawaii. This one time, him and I were both after the same girl. And he had Viagra, and I've never taken it before. And so, like, we get on this one girl, this girl, you know, she's kind of a party kind of girl. I mean, she might have taken a little smoke or something like that to get a little wild. Well, anyway, so he knew that she was hot for that night. And so, but it was the two of us going after her. So anyway, I said, hey, Mark, I know you got some of that Viagra. How about giving me some? And he goes, and then he offers me a pink pill. And I'm going, come on, Mark. I know better than that. I know Viagra is blue. And so he finally pulled back and broke the blue pill and gave it to me, and he took one himself, his other half. And then we go back and we hang out with this girl, and she's all kind of doped up a little bit, you know, talking about flowers and out there just crying over, I think she was on crack or something. I can't say for sure, but she wasn't quite her normal self. And here Mark and I were both like coming on to this Viagra, and it's the first time for me, and I'm just getting this kind of energy going up and down, and I'm getting this kind of like feeling down right here, you know, and I want to go for it. And there he is over there. He's also kind of tripping on her. I go, how are we going to work this out? Well, I know the best thing to do is just to be patient. Sit it out, wait it out. Eventually, he got bored. He went home. I got lucky that night. And then I asked him later, so Mark, what did you do when you went home? He goes, man, I was on that Viagra. What can I do? I had to masturbate all night long. And I'm going, yeah, that's the downside of it. Once you get something like that, to get a stiffy, what are you going to do with it? You can't beat it against a door or a wall. So anyway, when you do go on a date, and if you're at that point where you're, say, middle age, which is really depressing nowadays, you know, it's really a drag to be middle-aged, because you're middle-aged and, you know, you want to go after some young, hot stuff and everything like that, because that's how you've been used to, you know, experiencing life, is with that, whatever, what is she, 20, 25, 30, 35, whatever, you know, it's kind of nice. And then, you know, but you can't get that pussy anymore. You can only, you know, you can kind of like be with them and all that, but you cannot get to that point where you can actually take them home, because they have their excuses. And then again, then you got to go back and deal with middle-aged women. And where does that lead you? Another dead end, because again, they don't really need you anymore. They got their own little useful toys or whatever. Well, you're laughing at it right now. I got these people laughing. Anyway, he wants Jewish humor. I can't figure out any Jewish humor right now. So anyway, midlife crisis sucked. I mean, it really sucks, you can't get the women you want anymore. You have to come up with other ideas like be a musician or an artist or hustler. I see a hustler out there, man, and he's hustling for gold. In any case, don't get old, people, because when you get old, everything falls apart on you. You just don't have the same drive that you would like to have, I guess, even though when you're competing with the women here in the USA, what's the point? So if you're going to go anywhere, go out of country, and you might get lucky again. Anyway, how about internet dating? Have any of you people tried internet dating? Did you succeed? You scored? Let me tell you, sometimes a lot of internet dating, there are a lot of women out there who con guys through internet dating. They do the thing where they just kind of like get you to go take them on a date and everything, and they know for sure that they're not going to go any further with you that night, but they get a free meal, free drink. And you can just keep going on and on with these different dates with anybody. And if you're just into having a free meal, a free date, usually women do this, some men can do it. But otherwise, you're going to find out that you're getting used, and I don't like it myself personally. Worst kind of women for that is Jewish women. I mean, they just don't really have any inclination to have any sexual relationships right after the meal, for sure. They just want the meal, get drunk, and then that way they can happily go home, and you can just simply go back to your lonely state of mind. So like I said, with internet dating, you got to watch out. Be careful, because you can get screwed, figuratively. Yeah, you got to woo them. You got to give them some kind of juice or whatever to give them a reason why you're special, as opposed to all the other internet dates that they've already went through. So is she still with you now, or was it just one of those one-night stands? One of those days? Yeah. Can't hold on to them, I tell you. Nowadays, you just can't hold on to any of those kind of people. So what are you going to do? Go back to your, quiet, sedentary life? Oh, go try to find some more, nookie. Go out to the Mustang Ranch. They don't have that anymore, do they? Go out to some kind of ranch, They do? Yeah, I used to go to Mustang way back when. It was fun and cheap then. I used to get some nookie for about $45. I used to get it one time for $25. Of course, that was in the 70s. And 1989 too. But mostly they're going for $100, $200 nowadays. $1,000. $1,000 for a good time. That includes a jacuzzi, no massage unless you massage them. Some poop. Yeah, you're spending money galore for what? For as long as you can last. Hopefully you've taken Viagra, so you can at least hold out for, 7 minutes? No. In any case, it's no fun going to brothels anymore, because they're just too damn expensive, and, it's just not a genuine thing. Though I did have fun when I was younger, and, being a limo driver was kind of, it bypassed the preliminaries, whereas before, when you used to date a woman, before the internet dating, before computers and all that, you used to go out and date a woman, take a chance. I used to take a chance on a woman and spend money on them, take them out to go to a comedy show. Then we had dinner, comedy show, saw Randy Travis. I spent $100 on that woman. And guess what I got out of it? Kiss on the cheek. I said, you know what? Forget that. I mean, if I'm going to spend $100, I might as well just go to the source and go to the ranch and just go do it. You know? Why go with all the frivolities, I guess, and before that? I mean, what's the point? I mean, you end up wasting a lot of money on somebody you think you're going to get it on with, and you end up, getting burned. Again, women have the power to decide if they want you or not. Yes, and whose fault is that? The feminist movement again. What should we call it? The Illuminati, the Anunnaki, do you know our government has really actually set up the feminist movement way back when, so that the banking, so that women can have equal rights and make money, and by doing that, by women having the same kind of money that men are making, everything, they have more power, or they now have the power that men have, and so there's none of the servile kind of sense that used to be like in the 50s or out of country. Did you know that over in Thailand and Cambodia and those places, they will not allow dildos, vibrators, anything like that in their country? So women, of course, naturally over there are going to be dependent on men to give them, or other women, to give them stimulation. But over here, we're just still caught up in a loop or something like that, or a catch-22 where we can't really communicate properly with the woman so that we can, bypass their toys and get to the real meat of the situation. But anyway, so like I said before, dating women who think they've got it all, and then you just spend it all, and then you get nothing. Waste of time. You're going to have to somehow come up with either something about yourself, better personality, or have a fake one down here and just have it hanging or something like that, because otherwise you're going to be there again, without company that night. But anyway, so like I said, times have changed. We're in such an time right now where, people are just kind of like, libations or whatever. They're intoxifying themselves through whatever, alcohol or pills or crack, or my favorite is, herb, of course. And thank God they're legalized it over in Colorado. I hope they legalize it here someday so that we can get everything back on track, I mean, don't you agree? Don't you think that the world would be better off if everyone smoked grass? More so than, what's going on right now. But takes time. And, I got pulled over 5 months ago by the police. I was shaking. I had weed on me. I didn't drink, but I had weed. And the cops, they pulled me over because of broken taillight or some kind of deal like that. And then, of course, they wanted to know if I had any recreational drugs. And I just first denied it, of course, being scared and everything like that. But actually, you get two cops on you, and they take you outside, and they start to interrogate you and everything. Before you know it, the one cop's in your truck finding things, and then he found my pipe loaded. And then, he found my shield, an old detective shield I have, which was legal, but, expired back in 1990. So he got all tripped out about my shield. And then, anyway, so he was telling me that, or any other guy, trying to be my buddy and all this, he goes, hey, I know you shoved some more weed down there in your seat, so you better bring it out right now or else there's, be some trouble. So I said, oh, God, So I went back and grabbed my 2 containers, found them, and showed them to the guy. There wasn't that much weed in there. And he looked at it and goes, good stuff, I'm going, now what are you guys going to do to me? So they said, well, we'll tell you what, since you got the shield and everything like that, they go, just throw the weed away, your pipe, just throw it away, and we'll give you a speeding ticket. And that's what happened. I ended up getting a speeding ticket, went to court, I had to pay $110 or $15. Tried to fight it in court at first, telling them, hey, I didn't even speed. You know, I mean, it was, 55 in a 50-mile zone. But then I thought better that if you fight it, you deal with the, what's his name, the other, the lawyer, the prosecutor, attorney, it'll go way up. So anyway, like I said before, smoking pot or having pot and all that is less dangerous nowadays than it is with, say, alcohol. Of course, they look forward to that nowadays. You drink alcohol driving, you're pulled, you're going to jail, you're getting a big ticket, you get your license taken away. And yet it's still legal here. And pot isn't yet legal, which it should have been a long time ago. And what's with it? I mean, you smoke pot, what happens? You get a little high. It's like experiencing a mild Valium, And, you get trippy. I guess the first time when you first smoke it and all that, it gets a little dreamy effect. I remember when I first smoked pot, I was in high school, I didn't feel it at first. We smoked it before school started, and then we smoked it out of a showboat, paper towel tube, put a hole on top, put the joint on there, and then plug up the other end. And I took a couple hits, and like the first couple guys that were before me, we were all freshmen at the time, and they took a hit, and when the smoke hit their throat, it tickled, and they were coughing. And so the guy said, "Oh, virgins." And here I thought I was all powerful, because I already smoked a joint before a week or so ago with this one guy, Gregg, and I didn't get high. So I thought I was indestructible. So I ended up taking a big hit, laughing at those guys because they were coughing. So I took a big hit off that showboat, and then all of a sudden I felt that tickle in my throat, and then wham, it just all came out of me. Well, anyway, so bell rang. I had to go to the first class, world geography, and it was a time where some guys were talking about some kind of speech thing up there, and it turned out I had to go see my counselor for a math situation. I wanted to move into a different math class, go into geometry instead of just basic math. So I went there, and I was talking to the counselor at her desk, and she was checking out my grade point average and telling me that she wasn't sure about it. And I said, "Okay, well, check it out." So she left, and while she left, I was curling this little piece of notebook paper back and forth, rolling it, unraveling it. And then all of a sudden, it hit me. Boom! I was in this dream world. It was just like, wow, everything's cool. And then she would come back to me, and she'd go, "Well, no, your grade point average isn't good enough to get into a higher math class." And I go, "Oh, that's okay. That's fine. I'll just, I'll accept for who I am and what I am, and everything." And I went back to my class, and I was watching this one jock guy there, Sparky, doing his little speech on stage, and I started having the giggles, man. I just couldn't stop laughing. Thank God nobody figured out what was going on to me, because I sure in hell couldn't figure it out either, But fortunately, I was able to move on with to the next class, and I guess later came down. But after that, I think I became a real devotee of pot. I really enjoyed it because it seemed a lot more pleasant to experience a cerebral high out of it rather than, body highs with alcohol and, desensitivity or whatever. You feel like a brute or something like that. So I'm all for it. They should legalize it. I mean, that grandpa law with Anslinger and Mellon and Randolph Hearst, they make it federally against, ruling against as a Class A or Class 1. BS, it's a Class 4. If anything, alcohol is right up there with, with the crack and the heroin and things like that, because you can have DTs and whatnot. So, anyway, of course, there was a time, too. I will say that I ate brownies one time. And it was a weird place that I had them at, too. I had them at the Red Church up there in Sonora, California. It was a real church. It was a potluck. And there was a bunch of church-going people, and I was going to go to, night school life drawing class. And so anyway, so I'm with a group of guys, and we're getting ready to have food and stuff like that. And then this one guy with a tray full of brownies comes up. He's all red-eyed and everything. He looks at us, and we go, "Oh, brownies." And so we took one, tried it, and I go, oh, wow, it tastes like it's got oatmeal and marijuana. Once I said that, everyone grabbed a couple more, so I grabbed 2 more, gobbled them down. Then he said, okay, enough is enough, and then he put the tray down with all the other food, and I was watching some of the church-going people actually go up. I remember this one lady went up there, very middle class, upper middle class, and she just kind of daintily went over to the brownie tray and go, oh, brownie, and she took a big one. And I'm just going, oh, man, that's going to be something else when she gets high, I guess, you know. Well, anyway, I got really greedy, and I went and grabbed 4 more brownies. So I had 7 brownies in my system. And then, not to mention, partied a little bit, and, finally went to night growing school. And then once I did that, things started really happening. My whole world started to shrink. I started coming on the brownies. The model that was the nude model, she was there in a 20-minute pose, and she posed in such a way where her one eye was looking at me. So when I drew the picture on the sketchboard, I drew this bubble head with a bubble eye, a bubble body, and that was it. The art teacher came around, looked at it, and said, "This is a disgrace." And I said, yeah, I can't figure out what was going on. The whole room was shrinking. I could hear flute music in the background, and yet still, I was just too high. In any case, the next pose, he just put the girl in a position where he draped a blanket over her shoulder. From my perspective, I got a head and a hand and a foot. And then once doing that, all the other people in the classroom went over to one side of the room and started looking at her, whereas I was just getting totally blitzed, and I had to just simply get up, casually walk around, checked everybody's drawing, and stepped out of there, went home, and said to myself, I'll never go to school again. But fortunately, I did. Anyway, I guess that's my time. Thank you. Talk to you later.
Hey, Captain Ron. That does it for Wednesday night open mic here at Studio on 4th. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have a video request thing. Saturday night is Ritual, and Friday night, dance party with Super Dave. Nighty night.